This is Bang Bang Rahil. Please press the like button and subscribe. Yeah, that girl I was talking about, Tracy, the light-skinned girl, I've had more aggravation than enough with her, really. She was like, she seemed to be a bad omen to me, you know what I mean? I had a bit of tickle. We had about, 4 kilos of white, me and a couple of my mates, but we was doing it regularly, yeah? So we was taking liberties, so I can understand people don't like it, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how hard you are, how big you are, people don't like that, mate. People are looking for you, and I am an enforcer, or I was an enforcer. I didn't care, because I thought, well, come looking for me, mate, you'll be in trouble, you know what I mean? Just give me what you got, and see you later. That's what it was. Cut the clumps here and there, and see you later, mate, and that was it. I mean, we was doing it in the times that it first started. I mean, we was the ones doing it first of all, yeah? Anyway, Tracy came in my house at a party, and I told you she was on the sunbed and bits and pieces like that. She really liked my place. My place was beautiful. Danny was round the mum and dad's house. I had a tickle. There was a guy. There was a pain in the butt. He's a bit of a bad boy. He will without a shadow of doubt, he will put one in you, mate. He's a little bit dangerous, and he's on coke crazy. The guy's one of them people that's treading poo and coming out smelling the roses. He's had about 3 or 4 car fronts, and he always hits the front, yeah? Sells them on, buys another one, hits the front, yeah? Anyway, so he came around my house to the party. He was on my Tracy a bit, but she wasn't interested, you know what I mean? Anyway, I give him Charlie all night long. He loved it. He said, look, he had a chat to me. He said, look, mate, he said, I've got a caravan, yeah, down in Chichester, a place called Church Farm. Anybody on my comments know it? A place called Church Farm. It's a massive, massive big caravan. It's an 8 berth. It's got all the stuff that goes round it, and it's right by the sea. And there's a lake there as well, yeah? So I went, okay, what do you want for that then, mate? He went, look, give me half a key. So then, about 22 grand, I suppose, half a key. I went, mate, it's a bit expensive, but yeah, I'll have it. You know, it didn't matter to me. I mean, buying them sort of things, I really bought it for Tracy, you know, for a family to go down. I had my mum and all that came. You know, but it was funny. It's funny how things are going. You know, I wasn't really interested in that part of it. I love my mum. I should have let my mum have the caravan with my sister Dinah. All the family go down there, but I didn't. You know, that's how it is, isn't it? A bit. You're a little bit. You know, you look in other directions. And she was good at what she done, Tracy. She looked after me in that respect, yeah. So I drove down there. Drove down to the caravan with Tracy. Caravan was beautiful, mate. We walked all around the site. You know, I didn't really want to get involved with all that, going drinking down the bars there in the caravan site. I'm not into that. So get in the car or the Jeep and just drive around, find another place to go to, yeah. So it was beautiful. It had everything you want in a caravan. It had central heating. It had no gas. No electric, it was all pumped in. You don't have to buy bottles, you don't have to do, everything was pumped into the van, yeah? So no headaches about changing bottles and gas and all that and the other. So yeah, I loved it, mate. I loved it. Me and Tracy went shopping. She bought loads and loads of flowers. She drove me mad. Flowers. The caravan become like Kew Gardens, all the flowers around it, you know what I mean? And it just can become too much. So me and her had a row at the garden centre. I mean, I just effed them around. So see you later, and started walking, yeah? Well, from the garden centre, where this was about 5-6 miles from the caravan. So I thought, yeah, she's going to pick me up and walking down the lane. No, there's no pavements, there's just lanes, yeah? Walking down there, she's going to pick me up. I had a pair of shorts on and a t-shirt. And she's going to pick me up. What'd she do? Go straight by me and put the hand up with a finger. I went, I can't believe it. She just drove straight by me, you know what I mean? Anyway, I trainers on, I didn't mind, I had shorts and t-shirts. But 6 mile, mate, 5 or 6 mile, it's a little bit over the top, you know what I mean? when you're not that fit, I was a big lump, you know what I mean? Anyway. And I'm walking down there and some guys in the garage shouting mouth about me and this, that, and how I looked. I looked like a daisy. I was in yellow and white, yellow shorts, white top and all that, you know, it's taking the mickey. And as it is, I love all that, you know what I mean? So I said, just and walked over to one of the guys who had all the mouth, and I said, listen mate, do a sort of favour. You don't know me, I don't know you, yeah? But let me tell you, do a sort of favour, shut your mouth, yeah? Anyway, bang, I hit him, mate. He went over. I thought that I was in for a good hiding there, because there were 3 of them. I thought I was in for a good hiding. But they swallowed, left it go, yeah? So I kept walking, I thought, they're going to come down the road and set about me, but they didn't. They left it at that, yeah? Which I was very lucky. The geezers with the mouth got a clump. Perhaps the other 2 thought, yeah, he deserved it, you know what I mean? Walk in, got to the caravan, she's sitting in there. She's put all the caravan, all the flowers in the pots all around the caravan. It's like gay, you know, yellow shorts. I must have thought it was gay. All these flowers around the caravan, you know what I mean? It's mad. Anyway, we stayed down there 3 or 4 days. It was good. She said that she got her sister to come down, all that, and I went, okay. We went on the beach and had a swim about, and it's what, you know, and it was all right. It is what it is, yeah. Anyway, going home, I think I had the Jeep. I'm not quite sure. I think it was my Jeep. I had the Jeep, the Laredo Jeep, the black Laredo Jeep. Then we were driving back. I kept noticing these bikes, yeah, driving in front of us, wheels, doing wheels up in the air, you know, idiots, kids, innit? Drive, whoom, and she said, hold up, let them go, yeah? I'm bibbing them up and they all stick their fingers up, boom, driving off, yeah? Anyway, got quite a long way to go, about another 20, 30 miles. Eventually get home, Tracy comes upstairs, I'm outside, nothing. Stays the night, Tracy, in the morning, she goes home, I drive her home. She's got her own car, but she comes in my car, yeah? No, tell a lie. She's got her own car, parked outside my place. I'm around the corner, parked around the corner. She's got a little Volkswagen Golf that I bought, another one for her. I've got the Jeep. She gets in the car, she goes. I've got to go down the caravan, because that's where my stash of money was, and my bits and pieces, yeah? So I'm going to go down there and pick some money up, you know, so I drive down all the way down to the caravan, picked up a big bag of money. Coming back, I noticed a bike. This time it's one bike, yeah, with 2 guys on. Driving in and out all around me and this, that, and the other. You know, like lunatics, and they put their fingers up and and then they're gone. They're gone. I don't know where they're gone. They're just gone, yeah. Anyway, I'm driving home, thinking nothing of it. Drive down this private road bit I am, drive down there and come park up and go upstairs. And my boy's there, my son. I'll take the bag upstairs, put the bag on my side. He said, what's in there, Dad? I said, I don't need money, mate, you know what I mean? So he said, if I put it away, I said, no, I'll put it away, I'll put it away in a minute. He said, do me a favour, Dad, can you go and buy me some fags? I said, yeah, of course, what do you want? He went, I bought me some fags. Went over to the shop, bought me some fags, come back. But as I'm walking towards my car, I've already told people this, but it's a bit better story, you know what I mean? As I'm walking towards the car, or the Jeep, I notice it's flat. It's down one side. And then big tyres, man, massive wheels, and it's flat. So I thought, what's that? I walked around the front, and the windscreen's been shot out, bang, you know, body up, shot out. I went, my God, you know what I mean, what's that? And so I run upstairs. As I run upstairs, up this from the garden, I've got one ball massive to the right in the garden. As I go up the stairs, and by the big patio, by my doors, big patio doors, I notice there's blood everywhere. I'm telling you, there's blood everywhere. Now my boy's in the house, yeah. Jay, I'm looking over with my boy, but I can see blood going all up the carpets, up the stairs, everywhere, yeah. And it goes into the front room. I look behind the chair, I can hear like that noise. I look behind the chair, it's my bull mastiff, right? She's been shot, the bitch, yeah, she's been shot. I went upstairs, right, I'm crying now, you know, with tears in my eyes. Can't believe it. Jay, I'm shouting. I go upstairs. He said, "Dad, get out of the house. They're going to come and kill you. They come to kill you, Dad. They come to kill you. Dad, get out of the house." I said, "Get out. Where are you?" And I knew where he was. He was in I called it a cubbyhole. Yeah, it was in my wardrobe. I made it so you couldn't see it, and in there was a safe and bits and pieces. You couldn't even find my safe. It was all done proper. And then there was a desk and a chair and a safe and all that, yeah. So you couldn't get in there. It was all locked up and big. But anyway, so they shot and they've let a few shots go in there. This, that, and the other. My boys, "Dad, get out!" So I opened the thing. I said, "Jay, get out! Come out here with me." So they come out. We went downstairs, and my bull mastiff's behind the settee. She's been shot. I can't believe it, mate. She's shot to pieces. I said, "Jay, quick!" I said, "Mate, we've got to get a blanket or something." I went upstairs and got a quilt off the bed, put the quilt down, rolled her onto the quilt. I mean, she'd been shot through the shoulder and shot at the side with a caliber gun. What it was, I don't know. It could have been a 38. It could have been a 22. I don't know what it was. Yeah. If it was a 22, she was in a lot of trouble. Yeah. So. As you go out the kitchen, I've got my place is massive, yeah. So as you go into the kitchen, I could hear all the old Bill cars there, because the shootings and this, that and the other, the car, old Bill everywhere, armed old Bill, "Stay down," all that shouting going. So we started shouting, mate. I said, "My dog's been shot and everything," you know what I mean? So they come upstairs, see my dog. Fair play to them, mate. Fair play. I mean, you know, fair play. That's like, no, they was. I mean, I don't like them, but they got to do a job. When they do a job, fair play, they was there. You know what I mean? So they put my dog on the quilt and took her out to the van. I suppose they bought a van thinking there's lots of people having to shoot up the whip. We're going to nick them, yeah. Put my dog in the van. We drive it to the pet shop. The vet's around the corner. My vet's goes in there, looks at her. And then he says to me, "Let me put her under X-ray." He gives her an injection to calm her down, to take the pain away from her. And she comes outside. I said, "Look, I've got to put her down. She's been hit with a small caliber bullet, and it's all lodged in her. But it's shattered all her organs, right? It's shattered all her organs, yeah. And he shot her twice." I mean, the bullets all ran her body, all ran her organs, smashed the organs to pieces. He says she's going to die, mate. You know what I mean? So I said, "You know, just got to put her to sleep, mate. Put her, you know, anyway, put her to sleep." I was gutted, mate. I cried. Do you know what I mean? Because I love the dog. You know what I mean? Went back with the old Bill to the house. As we go into the house, there was a van, a car sort of thing. And the old Bill's like under the car, pulled two guns out there. One silver 22, I think it was a 22, and a Magnum, what's it, automatic, big caliber gun, big bullets on it, mate. Oh, I can't believe it. You know what I mean? They just chuck the things under the motor and gone. It's the bike, isn't it? I mean, you know, they've been following me down for weeks, and it's just a matter of time, mate. If I hadn't gone over to get the fags from my boy, I'd have gone. You know what I mean? Well, not only gone, but maybe we'd have had a fight with the dog and everything. I don't know. You know what I mean? But maybe they've got guns in it. I can't see them not killing me. You know what I mean? But anyway, I got away with the skin in my teeth. But that's what I'm saying. Going around nicking drugs, coke, and all that stuff. You know, sooner or later, it had to happen. It had to happen. You know. When they shot my dog, and I went mad. I went absolutely crazy. I remember certain people saying because of what I'd done, they're going to come and get me. So I went out looking for these people, other people. I mean, I was chopping people's hands off. I chopped one person's hand off, thinking it was him. He pulled something out, a big machete sort of thing, chopped his hand straight off, mate. Didn't muck about, you know what I mean? And you know, and then I kept going around just to find who the people were. But it's like everything, isn't it? You keep taking things, sooner or later, it's going to come on top for you, you know what I mean? Sooner or later, they ain't going to stand for it. People ain't going to stand for it, you know? People ain't going to stand for that. Anyway, I'm back in my place. The place is gone, it's all thing now. My motor's been put in, they'd be fixed, new windscreens, new tyres, panel beaten out and everything like that, right? Do you know how things are, isn't it? And it happens like so. Tracy was a bad omen for me, right? That was the first time. Me at the house, the second time at the what's it called, holiday, second time, and now there's one more. I'm in bed upstairs with Tracy. I can hear shouting on the dog's barking at anything, going mad. One dog now, one dog barking. That's the bulldog going crazy. These people are coming up my staircase. How they got up there, I don't know, but they did. And they've got this big tube, and they're trying, like an idiot. I used to put my keys in a what do you call it, weighing scales, old-fashioned weighing, big weighing scales, yeah, big brass weighing scales. I just put my keys in there. And there they are, because they've been in my place, these people, seeing what I do. There they are with this big lump of tube, trying to get the keys out. And my dogs are going mad, dogs are barking, but they ain't too bothered about my dogs, I suppose, because they're more like something that sort my dogs out. I'll come down, I heard all the noise, I come down the stairs like a lunatic, picked up this great big bat, massive great big baseball bat. I got picked up that baseball bat, and I picked up something else, yeah, on the way down the stairs that I had hid. Come straight into the kitchen. Listen, when they see me, they run. They run like an antelope, man. They run out like a lunatic. You've got to remember that only weeks ago, people have come in my house, killed one of my dogs, and shot my ass up. And my son was lucky he was still alive, yeah, and lucky that I was still alive. So now it's coming. I can't. She has to go anyway. She goes. I don't want to see her no more. It's all wrapped around her. I don't know if it's her doing it. I don't know if she knows people that have come to my house. I don't know how they got to know my house. But it can only be people. I thought at that time, right? It really did think at that time that it was a good friend of mine that me and him went over the park, Richmond Park, and had a right fight. No one won. I did think it was him. I ain't going to say his name. I did think it was him, and he had something to do with it because I took quite a bit of stuff off him one day, about 20 boxes, but not, you know, ordinary soaps. Everybody remember the soaps? I took 20 boxes of soaps off him, and I never paid him. And you know, and this, as it happens, it could have been wrapped around him because he wasn't a geezer that would stand for that. But I did. I didn't care. It was crazy. Personally, I think it's because I was on the roids. I was on steroids, big, heavy steroids, testosterone, and decas and everything. I was on big steroids. I was crashing about big weights, smashing big weights down my mate's Gary Francis, going to the Barbican, at the Barbican Centre, training with Nigel Benn and Gary Stretch and other people and Gary Kendall, Mr. England, and all them people, you know, and I didn't care. I didn't care about things, you know what I mean? So, in a way, I deserved what I got. I deserved what I got. Taking the mickeys like I was doing things like I was doing, taking advantage of the fact that who I was, what I was, How can he be taking steroids? That many steroids, lifting big, big weights, and then coming home with my mate, Junior from Wolverhampton, Junior Joseph, great fella, come to my house, go across the table, find Coke, ounce of Coke across the table, snorting at me and him all night long. Yeah, and you can't do it. You become a raving lunatic. You know, you've got Coke, you've got steroids. They don't match, they don't mix. You've got now people on my podcast that I see big guys taking the roids, taking Coke. They're all on a Coke, of course they're on a Coke. You know what I mean? You've got clubs, pub, bars, you know what I mean? But it's going to happen to them. They become, it makes you very violent. It makes you more violent. Listen, being that I'm a violent person and taking something like that, Coke and steroids, pumping great big weights, you know, massive. You can't put a shirt on, you've got to get them made. You've got t-shirts that don't hardly fit your arms. You know what I mean? And you're 22 stone. And you're taking people, you're just taking drugs off of people, just giving a clump on the ear hole, a couple of you, and, you know, just threatening them, and they're just letting you take it. It's going to happen. It had to happen. It had to happen, mate. I'm only lucky, God willing, that I never died, that I never got killed. Even though I got shot, the old man shot me, I never got killed. I've been shot about 8 times, mate. I was with my Danny. My Danny, I was down at Acton. Someone had let a couple of shots go round by my mate Danny's place, and word being that they shot and killed me. Right. So when I eventually got home, I've been out ages doing what I'm doing. I'm coming back with bits and pieces that we've already took, me and my mates. I've got my bits in the car. I'm coming in, walk up the stairs. She's in there with her mum and dad. I walk in, and her mouth, well, I couldn't have opened it no wider, and she just collapsed, mate. She just collapsed, my Danny, on the floor. She just collapsed. She thought that it was me. People told her that it was me that got shot. You know what I mean? You know, like, come on, my Danny loved me to death, mate. My Danny loved me to death. Even now, I've got 2 kids, right? My sonny is my other 2 kids. My sonny, he's in Australia, good rugby player. I've got my daughter, Ruby Ray, she's in America. I've never seen her, mate. I've never seen her. See her as a baby. My boy, of course I see him as a boy. He's a big man now, yeah. But, you know, how do you think I feel? You know what I mean? I've lost their kids over my stupidity. You know, listen. I had someone, my Danny. I had someone that was so stunning, mate. She was so stunning. One day, when I can do all these bits and pieces, what people do on their phones and on their laptops and whatever they do, I wanted to do it on my thing, yeah, and put a picture of her on it. You won't believe it, mate. She's stunning. She's one of the most beautiful women I've ever known, mate. She was tall, 5'11", 6'1". She used to be a waitress in the club. You know, her mum, shorter, stunning. Her mum was a model. Well, mum, not a model, but she was only short, 5'6". But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman. And Danny took after her mum. You know, took her dad's hair. Her dad had good hair, mate, and my Danny was absolutely stunning. I was one of the luckiest men alive, mate. Everybody wanted her, mate, and I got her. Haha. I got her, mate. Even Bindon wanted her, mate, and Bindon was more gifted, Bindon. So he had no chance either. He did try in a roundabout way, but me and Bindon would have been off then. It would have kicked off because I was a lot older, a lot bigger, mate, and don't worry about that. It would have kicked off. Anyway, this is Bang Bang My Hill. Please press the like button and subscribe. Thank you. Bye. I can't turn it off now. Why does me keep talking? I can't.